Hello everyone, this is Zparklefartz Gaming, and today we're back with another episode of Dragon Age Origins. So yeah, I hope you all had an amazing Christmas. I celebrated with my family and I had a great time. So yeah, today we're going to simply explore the ruins of Ostagar and see what we can find. So we have some elf fruit, for example, and elf fruits are used to like make healing potions. And you can see this chest is blocked, and I can't open it since I'm not a rogue. I'm a warrior. Yeah, here we go. And also I got a new keyboard for Christmas, so you'll have to excuse the clicking noise if there is any. Ooh, it's beef bone! You know who we can give that to? Yeah, so basically gifts are used to make people like you. Or just, well, you just give things to your friends. So yeah, we're at Ostagar. I think this is like where the king's camp is, and where we are going to face the Darkspawn. I think it's some old ruin from like Tevinter or something.
The Tower of Ishal is off limits. The men stationed inside are securing it now.
What is the Tower of Ishal?
I think they used it once to watch for wilders coming out of the forest.
Why is the tower off limits exactly?
By orders of Tairn Loghain. The tower is being secured by his men to be used during battle. I'm told they discovered some lower chambers, and they don't know how far down they go, so for now, everyone's to stay out.
Okay, lower chambers.
I didn't see anything like that when I was there, but who knows?
Oh, this is a pretty large ruin.
Goes back to the time of the Tevinter Imperium.
Hey, said so.
Dwarven make. That's probably why it's still standing. Make a speed your steps.
Yeah, so, like I said, so we live in Ferelden, which is like in the middle of everything. Let's see if we can see the world map. No, we can't. Ferelden is in the middle. To the west is Olay, and above us is the Tevinter Imperium and the Free Marches and a few other areas. But yeah. Wow. This is actually a very large ruin.
Hail, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought.
Yeah, I am.
This place hasn't seen such bustle in centuries, I'll wager. Need a hand getting anywhere?
Ooh, where's Duncan's tent?
Not far. It's straight ahead, just past the royal encampment. Most of your fellas are in the valley with the army, but the recruits seem to be staying up here for now.
Yeah, that's probably reason. I'm looking for a Grey Warden named Alistair.
Try heading north. I think he was sent with a message to the mages.
And tell me about Ostagar.
Used to be a fortress long time ago, so I understand. Back in the days when the Wilders used to invade the lowlands. You were just on the eastern side of the ruin. The Tower of Ishal is there, but Tairn Loghain's closed it off until the battle. This side is the King's camp. We've got the Grey Wardens here, the Circle of Magi, the Chantry. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting somebody important.
Is there any way to get supplies?
Quartermaster, he's just a bit to the northwest.
And where is the king?
Probably in his tent. He and Tairn Loghain are on the southwest side of the camp. The king likes to spend time with his soldiers, though. Sometimes even without his bodyguard. Drives Tairn Loghain wild, that does.
Yeah, so King Kaelin, we met the last episode. And Tairn Loghain is I think he's like a commander or something. Well, he commands the military forces, and he helped drive out the Allegians long ago when they tried to invade Ferelden.
A few mages, yes. They even brought those creepy quiet fellows, the Tranquil. Gives me the shivers when they talk, all cold and even. They're to the north of here, bunched up with a herd of Templars glaring at them. Can't miss it.
Yeah. Do I hear dogs barking?
This is Ferelden, isn't it?
Fair
The
enough.
king has his kennels on the west side of camp. Stinks from all the hounds. These aren't cute puppies, though. Some of those dogs bite the Darkspawn and get too much of that blood in them. It's like poison. Slow, painful death. Terrible.
Aww. That'll never happen to Barath.
Go on then.
Oh, I'll be on my way.
Good luck to you then.
Thank you. Ooh, this is the Circle of Magi.
Sorry, but the mages must not be interrupted. The mages must not be interrupted. Their spirits are in the Fade.
The Fade?
The Fade is the realm of dreams and the land of the dead, or so the mages tell us. Regardless, they are not to be disturbed, not even by Grey Wardens.
Oh, I'm not a Grey Warden yet, but I apologize, I'll go elsewhere. Yeah, so they're meditating. Hello.
Greetings, young lady. You are Duncan's newest recruit, are you not? He's not a man easily impressed. You should be proud. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wynne, one of the mages summoned by the king.
Hello, Wynne. Pleased to meet you.
Well met. And good luck to you on the battlefield. To us all, in fact.
Will you be fighting beside the king?
Not precisely. The Grey Wardens will be on the front lines, not the mages. Still, we have our parts to play. To defeat the Darkspawn, we have to work together. It's not an idea everyone seems able to grasp.
Ah, sadly not. That's just humans, though. So, you faced Darkspawn before?
Stragglers, yes. Not the vast horde the scouts speak of. I wonder, how much do you know of the connection between Darkspawn and the Fade?
What does the Fade have to do with anything?
Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade. It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that. Didn't something bad happen there?
Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the Earth, where they became the first Darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says.
Huh. And is that true?
It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now.
Yeah. Oh, that's so rude. Don't you have any proper advice? Well, at least it's something to ponder.
Yes, occasionally it's wise to contemplate one's actions. But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
Die in this battle, and when you stand before
Goodbye,
the
Wynne.
the land beyond the Fade, he shall not find you wanting. Go not into death gladly, but with the knowledge that evil has been held at bay by your spilled blood. And if you go to stand beside the Maker, go with our blessing, for you shall not be forgotten. My friends, let us bow our heads and remember
Yeah, so
and those who have yet
the chant of light is basically the Bible. The chantry is the church, and the Maker is God. So yeah, that's all you need to know.
King Kalen is not in his tent right now.
Ow! You know where the king is?
I believe he's with the Grey Wardens in camp, drinking. He holds them in high regard, you know, as his father did.
Yeah. So, this is where I can use my persuasion. Tell me about the king. You must see him a lot.
I suppose I do, though he's spending most of his time with the Grey Wardens. He rides with them wherever they go, in fact. Teyrn Loghain sees the king whenever he can and argues with him over coming battles, but the king just waves him off. The king wants to end the Blight with a single huge battle the bards will sing of for centuries. Do you think that's possible?
Suppose we'll see.
That's how the Teyrn feels. He'll do what the king wants in the end, though. The king thought it was funny that Teyrn called him reckless, and they fought about the queen.
Queen?
She's the Teyrn's daughter. He wasn't happy about something she did or the king did, I'm not sure. I probably shouldn't discuss it.
I should go.
As you wish.
Right, so King Kalen is married to Teyrn Loghain's daughter Honora.
You approach the
Queen
tent
Honora.
of Teyrn Loghain. State your business.
Oh. Tell me about Teyrn Loghain.
How can you not know of Loghain?
I know of him.
He helped free
But-
Ferelden. He was the brains behind King Maric's armies and drove out those damned Orlesians. King Maric rewarded him by making him a Tern. Can you imagine? A commoner became a high nobleman just like that. Without Loghain, you can bet the king wouldn't be winning against these Darkspawn.
Huh. Yeah, so 10, that's what my father was.
He's inside, but I don't think it's my place to discuss his activities.
Oh, surely you can tell me a little about him.
I suppose, as long as we talk quietly. He and the king have been arguing for days. The Tern's known the king since he was swaddled, so they don't stand on ceremony. The Tern speaks his mind, and the king yells right back. Personally, I think the king should do what Tern Loghain tells him. Without the Tern, we wouldn't be doing as well here as we are.
I would like an audience with the Tern, please.
I suppose you have a message for him. Hold on then.
Sure, sure.
Yes, what is it? Oh, you're Duncan's new Grey Warden, I assume.
I am.
Kaelin's fascination with the Wardens goes beyond the ordinary. Are you aware his father brought your order back to Ferelden?
Oh yeah, King Maric. Yes, I've heard that.
Maric respected the Grey Wardens. They have an honored place in the hearts of our people. But Maric would have understood that it takes more than legends to win a battle. That's not an argument I'll repeat here. You look familiar. I've seen you at the Landsmeet.
Oh, right, the Landsmeet's like a big meeting where all the nobles in Ferelden meet. But yeah, my father was the Tern of High Ever.
The king told me of his promise. I'm certain he has every intention of following it through.
He better.
I suppose you'll be riding into the thick of battle with the rest of your fellows, will you?
I don't know.
If Kaelin has his way, you will. Now I must return to my task. Pray that our king proves amenable to wisdom, if you're the praying sword.
You don't seem very fond of him.
He is Maric's son, and the leader of my beloved Ferelden, and a very young man. I try to keep that in mind, as should you.
Oh, shoot. Sure, I will. Hello, lovely doggy. I have a gift for you later.
Hear the prayers of your sons and daughters. We who
I think this is the quartermaster over here.
So, any last wishes I can help fulfill before you head into battle? Life is fleeting, you know. That pretty face could be decorating some darkspawn spear this time tomorrow. Shall I take that quiet glare as a no? Oh, well, too bad.
That was the most horrible way to pick up a woman I've ever seen.
Well, you're not what I thought you'd be.
And what do you think I'd be?
Not a woman, yet here you are.
Oh,
The
fuck
name's
off.
Daveth. It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they cooked this ritual up just for our benefit.
What do you know about this ritual?
I happened to be sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of Grey Wardens talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds.
Maybe they will. We'll see.
It's all too secretive for me. Makes my nose twitch. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice.
So you're forcing you to be here?
I've got nowhere else to go after what Duncan saved me from. Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
Okay, that's Daveth. So he's also a Grey Warden recruit. My god.
Have you seen an elf running about? Young woman, red hair, carrying a suit of chain.
I can't say I have, no.
Blast it. Where did she go? That suit better be patched up when she gets back, or by the maker up. No, pardon my manners. My troubles are no concern of yours, I'm sure. I'm the quartermaster. Did you come for supplies?
If you touch that elf, I'm gonna snap you. Oh yeah, maybe you've noticed, but most elves have servants' jobs, like in my, my home, in the castle where I used to live. In this game, obviously. we had servants that worked in the kitchen or like in the bedrooms or cleaning the halls, and here they have like messengers, and most of them are elves, and that's because, well, in this universe elves are kind of seen as less, well, yeah, well, humans are more important and more valuable, I guess, and yeah, that's sadly how it is in this world. Do you need help tracking that girl down?
Oh, I'm sure you have better things to do than run errands for me. I can find her myself.
Okay. What kind of supplies do you have?
Arms and armor, for the most part. It's for the King's men, but you Grey Wardens can buy what you need for a modest price.
That's nice.
I also have some goods on the side I can provide. Strictly off the record, of course, to keep morale up, you understand.
Okay, let me see what you have first.
Let me know what you'd like.
That's not non-criminal. Ooh, I can equip that. Let's see, I don't really need these two. I don't need one of these. So yeah. The Shield of High Ever, and Guard Shield. Plus 4 attack. Yeah, that's better, so I'll just... Oh no, shoot. Ah, well. Mistakes were made. I didn't see that. Because that's a special content armor. I didn't want to sell it to get the money, but I suppose what's done is done. A longbow, a shortbow. I don't need 3 shortbows, surely. 2 daggers. Oh, they're different materials. Somebody sword, longsword. I only need 1 longsword. Axe. Okay, yeah. I can sell that. A mace. I'll sell that too. This is good. In case we get more companions in the future, or I said in case we're going to get more companions in the future, it's always good to have extra equipment for them. Also, I'm not going to use any helmets probably in this playthrough, since they're really ugly, and that's just how it is. Oh wait, let's look at his other goods.
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps?
Let me see your other goods.
So long as you keep it quiet.
Like, what are you selling? Is it drugs? Is it drugs? Be honest. Oh no. How is this secret? I don't get it. Oh well. Poison making, yeah, I don't really... Oh, right, I don't have that. Fiery crunch. Oh, well, I don't really need any of this. Just... The acid flask is kind of nice, but we'll find many of those later.
Soldiers of Ferelden, my sisters and gentlefolk.
Excuse me, I must get the hounds ready for battle. Half the dogs are sick from darkspawn blood. It's terrible.
Oh, baby. Yeah, so like the gods said, they these are warhounds, so they actually like ride off into battle, and sometimes they get darkspawn blood, and if you get too much darkspawn blood, you die. You get like tainted, I suppose, like poison, and humans can also become tainted, and they become like ghouls, I think. But that's the difference with the Grey Wardens. Because they don't die from darkspawn.
What's your name? It's
Or
Pip,
they can't
sir.
get tainted.
Go tell Tern Loghain that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss.
Yes, sir.
Oh
Right
no!
away, sir.
Let me talk to you! Oh, okay, fine. Hello?
What do you need? You haven't brought more instructions from the town, I hope.
Oh, I haven't.
If you're not from the town, what do you want? We're busy.
You don't look like the other soldiers in the army.
We aren't. We're Ash Warriors.
Okay, what is an Ash Warrior?
Our training has been passed down since Lathias the Dwarf son first harnessed the battle rage of the dwarves. It is an old tale.
So, what does an Ash Warrior do?
We harness the rage inside us, nurture it, and draw it out so we cannot fall in battle until our last foe is slain. It is a dwarven discipline, but we've adapted it to let us fight alongside our hounds. That is our way. I trust my hound with my life, as he trusts me with his.
Oh, that's precious. I have a Mabari of my own.
Then you are most fortunate. A trained Mabari hound is as dangerous as any sword. We do not speak of a city pet, or those things that sit in an old woman's lap.
Of course not. Have you seen my dog? He's huge. So what are you preparing for?
To scout the wilds and watch the progression of the Darkspawn horde. With luck, we'll find and slaughter many stragglers. The hunt will be good if my hound survives the blood of his prey. If he dies, I shall mourn tonight.
Survive the blood? What do you mean?
Darkspawn blood is poisonous, but not always fatal. Those who survive grow immune to its effects. The wardens say that tainted blood drives even the survivors mad eventually. But not today. Today, we hunt and we kill.
Well, that's an obvious question, but it's their partner. I'm not even gonna ask that.
They use scent to distinguish us from our enemies, but the blood of battle can confuse them. So we paint ourselves with caddis, which overpowers the blood, and also paint our hounds so they know we are the same.
Oh, that's so smart. Well, they're Darkspawn, they're not that smart.
My thanks. There is hunting to be done, and I'll not be kept from it.
Thank you for your time, then. Hello.
It's good to have Grey Wardens amongst us. With their help, perhaps we can push these things back underground for good.
Oh yeah. Well, there's no really for good with Darkspawn, sadly. Hello.
Hail. You're one of Duncan's new recruits, correct? I can't let you through to the Korkari Wilds until he gives the word.
Okay.
Take care.
I mean, the first thing I do won't be to cross Duncan or make him mad at me. I mean, he just recruited me.
It burns.
I'm so sorry.
You need to convince them. We've got to run. The Darkspawn are coming.
Why do you say that?
I saw them. We're gonna die.
I apologize, Warden. He's been like this ever since they found him in the wilds.
What's wrong with him?
Aside from his wounds, we're not sure. His blood is untainted. He's just terrified.
You can feel it, can't you? They taint the land, turn it black and sick. Oh, you can feel it inside. They'll come out of that forest and spread. Like caterpillars covering a tree. They'll swallow us whole.
That's quite enough out of you. You need to calm yourself, my good man.
They were everywhere. I saw them.
Yeah, I'll leave.
In the name of Andraste, I bless you today. May you find favor in the Maker's eyes. So let it be. Ah, I suspect you are one of the new Grey Wardens.
She's
Will
so
you
pretty.
accept the Maker's blessing?
I will.
Then I bless you, Grey Warden, in the name of Andraste and the Maker above. May the chant of light carry your name to the ears of our Lord.
Thanks. Hello, who might you be?
Greetings. You must be the third recruit we've heard about.
Oh, it's brave Sajori. Yes, I am Eileen.
Sajuri is my name. I hail from Redcliffe, where I served as knight under the command of Arlayman. I was not aware they permitted women to join the Grey Wardens. None of those I've seen thus far have been.
Well, I'm here. I'd rather not talk about that. Perhaps they save the best for last. I'm a warrior just as you are.
You obviously impressed Duncan, and that's enough for me. I hope we're both lucky enough to eventually join the Wardens. Is it not thrilling to be given that chance?
Of course not. Of course it is, I mean. I'm curious about the joining ritual. Yeah, I'm looking. You're not all that smart, are you? Oh. But I am curious about the joining ritual.
As am I. Has anyone told you about it?
Sabbath said we might be going into the wild.
I never heard of such a ritual. I had no idea there were more tests after getting recruited. I suppose since you're finally here, I'd best get back to Duncan. I shall see you there.
Yeah, see you. Might you be?
Huh. Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't suppose you've come to sentence me?
You haven't been sentenced?
No. They put someone like me in a cage until someone important has time to decide what to do with me. I don't suppose you have a bit of kindness in you? All I want is food and water. They haven't fed me since I was locked up and I'm starving.
My god. Tell me why you're in... No, I can't... Yeah, that's horrible.
I expect nobody thought of it with all the battles and such.
Tell me why you're in there first.
I'm a deserter. Or so they think. I bet there's no arguing them out of it, though. Armies are funny that way.
Did you desert?
I wasn't deserting. But when you catch someone sneaking around camp in the middle of the night, what else are you gonna think? Does it matter? All I want is a bit of food and water.
Ask Viking. Papa, if your cause is just. If you weren't deserting or sneak around the camp.
Oh, I would have deserted eventually. Just not then. I was stealing, not sneaking out of the camp. I got one of those wizards drunk and took his key. It belongs to a chest they got here, full of magical treasures. In fact, I still have it. I can't use it from here, but I'd trade you for some food and water.
Ooh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Didn't find the key when you got arrested.
I swallowed it. But it's come back into my possession since then, so to speak.
Oh, that's horrible. Oh, sweetie, no. No, what? Kill him? Fine. I'll see what I can do.
Just ask my guard for his. He's still got some dinner. I saw him put it in his coat.
Yeah, sure. I'll just talk to your guard.
Lucky dog. You Grey Wardens get to ride with the king while I'm left with the drudgery of guarding this deserter. They should have just hanged him. Put his head on a pike as an example.
Oh, yeah. That would help. Who is this prisoner exactly?
They say he was recruited before the war up in Dinnerham. Probably figured he'd never have to fight if he served the king, right?
Yeah, I had a chat with him, actually.
Don't expect it was an enlightening conversation.
He asked for some food and water.
Did he now? Since nobody sends me nothing to feed him with, the only way we'll get that is if I give him mine.
So you miss one meal. This man could be hanged soon.
All right, all right. I guess the poor fella could stand to have one meal in his belly before he hangs. Don't know why you care. I had nothing to do with it, though. If anyone asks why he's burping, I'm gonna say it was you. Just so you know.
You do that. That's fine.
So? Brought me some food, have you? I'm so hungry I could faint dead away.
I have some food. Here's some food.
Much obliged. May Andraste herself rain blessings upon you. And, as I mentioned, here's the key. Use it in good health, huh?
Yeah. Where? But. Where is? Oh, there we go. That's it.
Very
That
well.
course of action is inadvisable. That course of
What?
action.
Why?
Welcome, young woman.
Who are you?
I am one of the tranquil, my friend. I am of the circle of Magi. But instead of casting spells and reading tomes, I spend my time enchanting. It is a time-consuming process, but invaluable. Enchantment provides the circle its wealth. Certainly we would not get by on charity.
Huh. Yeah, you speak very strangely. Why is that?
Allow me to put it this way. Do you know why those with magical talent are feared?
Not entirely no.
Those with magical talent attract demons and spirits. We can be possessed easily, and thus become horrors known as abominations. Even those with minor talents attract hungry spirits. Anyone with the power may learn blood magic from these demons. Hence, we are considered dangerous. This is our curse. Thus, I was made tranquil, stripped of emotions and talent. I am no longer dangerous.
Yeah, I think the way they make Tranquil is they kind of cut you off from the Fade. So you don't have the connection to the Fade, which just kind of cuts off your magic and also your emotions. And yeah. Oh, that's so mean! Yeah, that sounds like a horrible practice. How is someone made tranquil?
Our forehead is branded with magic, which stills our talent and mind. The process is irreversible as far as I am aware.
Sounds like a horrid practice.
It might seem such to you, but I feel no horror. I am content to serve in my role.
I still feel badly for you.
You do? I feel nothing. As the name suggests, my existence is quite peaceful. I am alive, productive, and no danger to anyone. Surely that is not a terrible thing. Perhaps we may speak of something else. Do you need assistance?
What is enchantment exactly?
It is the practice of folding magical lyrium into items first practiced by the dwarves. The Tranquil have learned their runes, and we use them to apply a variety of magical effects. We create the glow lights, as well as the magic staff or the flaming blade. The irony, perhaps, is that it is our very disconnection to our former talents that allows the Tranquil to work with lyrium so. A true mage could not.
Oh, what sorts of enchantments are there?
Runes exist that hold the power of the elements that increase strength or swiftness. Almost any spell can be given permanency, given enough skill and lyrium. Naturally, the greater the power required, the more expensive the rune will become to create. True power comes with a price, as we know only too well.
Ah, okay, interesting. I should go.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Yeah, okay, I guess I'll just have to get that chest later, when this dude isn't here anymore. Yeah, so I'm gonna go to the other side and check the ramparts. Is that what it's called?
Look carefully, man. This wretched thing is a darkspawn. They're strong and cunning and smart, but don't listen to those old wives' tales. They can be killed. Stick them with your sword enough, and they go down. Their blood is black as sin and poisonous. Don't even touch it. You get tainted with that blood, and you may as well slit your throat. We've lost many dogs already. Had to muzzle them to keep them from biting. It's a long and painful way to die.
Oh, look.
This is supposed to be the battle that sends these Darkspawn back underground. You believe that?
I don't know what to believe. We've won every battle, but there's more of them each time.
Makes you wonder if them Grey Wardens are right.
I don't want to think about that.
Sounds like the perfect time to get drunk, if you ask me.
Yeah, sure. Let's get drunk and not be able to kill Darkspawn. Trip over our feet instead. Brilliant idea. Ooh, leather gloves. Someone just leaves that. Oh, hi.
Hello? I'm sorry, is there something you needed?
Oh, no, I just wanted to talk.
You want to talk to me? I'm not in trouble, am I?
Not that I know of.
Oh, that's a relief. I'm one of the king's servants, which means I run messages around and make deliveries all day long. If you fall behind, you get the switch from the quartermaster. Oh, I wish I were back at the palace. There are far more places to hide. I better go. If the quartermaster sees me chatting, he'll think I'm being lazy, and that'll be my hide. But it was nice talking to someone.
Aww. Sorry they treat you so horribly. Did I miss one? Or did I just not take?
It is begun.
Ooh, ice arrow. That's nice.
Lots of darkspawn, different kinds. We're getting reports of things we've never even heard of. Our short friend here, for instance, is something called a genlock. They're pretty common in the Horde, but we've seen others much larger. We don't know where these new darkspawn are coming from, or what they can do. All I can say is to use caution. There aren't any we've seen that won't die once they bleed enough.
Huh. Yeah, so there are genlocks, or genlocks, I don't really know. I always say genlock. There are genlocks, herlocks, oh, what are they? They're all like ogres, like really big ones. And, well, yeah. I'm sure there are others that I'm forgetting. Because they have like, mage type darkspawn as well. Emissary, I think. Or emissary, I don't know. Or council. Oh, hello. This is Alistair.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
Don't have to be rude.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
Sorry, what? You're a very strange man. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
It's like a party. We could all stand in a circle and hold hands. That would give the Darkspawn something to think about. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage?
We haven't met. You must be Alistair.
And that makes you Duncan's new recruit, I suppose. Glad to meet you. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
Oh. Pleased to meet you. My name's Eileen.
Right, that was the name. You know, it just occurred to me that there have never been many women in the Grey Wardens. I wonder why that is.
Probably because we're too smart for you.
True, but if you're here, what does that make you?
Eager to get going. Incredibly unlucky. Just one of the boys?
Sad, isn't it? So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered Darkspawn before?
No, I haven't.
When I fought my first one, I wasn't prepared for how monstrous it was. I can't say I'm looking forward to encountering another. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
That argument I saw, what was it about?
With the mage. The Circle is here at the King's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are, which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
Oh, that would be all. Yeah, so basically Templars are also in the circles of Magi, and they protect mages, but they also protect people from dangerous mages, so yeah, well, mage hunter is a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, basically.
I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
Oh. What about the other recruits?
Davith and Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them?
Yeah, both of them.
That makes things easy then. They'll both be back with Duncan by now.
Okay, well, I look forward to traveling with you.
You do? Huh, that's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
Yeah. Chest, I suppose it's locked. Yep. So yeah, this is Alistair. He's our new, or our current anyway, companion. And he is, as he said, a junior Grey Warden.
Yes?
Yeah, tell me a little about yourself.
As I said, I was trained as a Templar before Duncan recruited me about 6 months ago. The Chantry raised me. And becoming a Templar was a decision made for me a long time ago. Duncan saw I wasn't happy, and figured my training against mages could double for fighting Darkspawn. Now, here I stand, a proud Grey Warden. The Grand Cleric wouldn't have let me go if Duncan never forced the issue. I'll always be grateful to him.
Aww. You didn't want to join the Chantry?
It just wasn't for me. I believe in the Maker well enough, but I never wanted to devote my life to the Chantry.
Well, understandable, but yeah. You speak fondly of Duncan.
I spent years in that Chantry, hopelessly resigned to my fate. Duncan was the first person who cared what I wanted. He risked a lot of trouble with the Grand Cleric to help me.
Maybe Duncan thought you'd be useful. That's kind of shady to say. You don't really have to accompany me, do you? That's also very rude. Yeah. I don't have anything else to ask.
Then let's get a move on, shall we?
Yeah, let's go. Oh, that's the chest I can't get. Let's go.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
Oh.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
You're right, Duncan. I apologize.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Kokari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
What do we need Darkspawn blood for?
For the joining itself. I'll explain more once you've returned.
And what's the second task?
There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
What kind of scrolls are these?
Old treaties, if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with.
That's good. And what if they're no longer there?
It's possible the scrolls may have been destroyed or even stolen, though the seal's magic should have protected them. Only a Grey Warden can break such a seal.
I don't understand. Why leave such things in a ruin if they're so valuable?
It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed that have not held true.
True. Find the archive and 3 vials of blood. Understood.
Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Great. So yeah, here we are. We're going back into the out into the wilds in the next episode, and well, we're finally going to become Grey Wardens. So thank you for watching, and you're welcome back for the next one. Bye.